okay, if you become rich, you become rich, you become rich, you become rich, all of you become rich, who is going to be doing shoemaker? That was exactly what he said. Who is going to be okay? Who is going to do carpenter? Who is going to do this one? Who is going to? I would just be like, this guy, just give me your automation brain. Just take my own brain. Give me your own brain. Because what do you want to become in future? I don't change occupation like 5 times. Today I have talk say, bro, I want to be a pilot. Next tomorrow I go say doctor. Another one I go say I will just be saying different kind of things.
I got to a time I had to just tell my principal then that I don't think I know accounts. I told my principal then I said I don't think I know accounts. I think I'm good at government history, so he advised me to go to art. I was very happy. And it was because of football actually, but nobody knew. All right, guys, welcome to another interesting episode of the Gist Room podcast. It's your boy Tigzy, your favorite host. So to our viewers and our lovers that have been liking, sharing, and subscribing, we really appreciate and we don't take it for granted. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much. All right, this is the Gist Room. Don't forget, we are officially powered by iReaders NG. So another episode, here we are again. With me in the studio, I have an important personnel, a paddy, one of my G. So yeah. All right. I have with me in the studio, Mr.
Hi everyone. My name is Richard Joshua. Oh,
aka
aka Artson the pianist.
Ukpa.
Whatever.
All right now, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good too. It's good to have you. It's good to see you.
I've been seeing the podcast, the Gist Room online for like say 2 months now, I guess. It's up to that. I think thereabouts. So I never knew that
You're a
someday.
big fan.
I never knew that someday I would be here live. So
Oh yeah,
it's
nah,
nice
so
to be
yeah,
here.
yeah, it's a privilege.
Yeah, it's a privilege.
All right, now it's a privilege having you here too. So all right, we go straight into the conversation of the day. Okay, today we are going to be talking about the term school na scam. It's very funny, Abby. So we don't hear am now everywhere. School na scam, school na scam, school na. Especially in this part of Africa that we are. Thank God you are a Nigerian.
Yeah.
I'm a Nigerian too, so you know what I'm saying. So in this part of Africa that we are, school na scam, school na scam. Is it true or is it false? What are your own experience? So we'd like you to just share how it dey be for your own end. Is it true that school na scam? Truly.
School na scam. Okay, so no, I do not think school is a scam. Where is the camera? This one? No. Anyone. So first of all, I would say why I'm a graduate, obviously. So while I was in school, let me just say this like for short. While I was in school and I graduated, and while I started my NYSC, I finished the place I served. There were quite a lot of things that I do not think that I'm going to know if I didn't go to school.
Okay.
So that alone is a point on its own that school is not a scam. Because on the field, they are not going to like start training you to do this. They expect you have learned a lot of things in school. So they're like, okay, this guy should know what he's doing, blah blah blah, this kind of thing. So that's what I think.
Oh, okay. All right. From your own view, okay. That's actually great. But I think some people used to judge from the angle of the way the situation of the country is. Because they feel like, okay, let me put it in this scenario. Okay. In a place whereby, or in a situation rather, whereby a person graduates and then in the process of normal job hunting, the normal Nigerian thing, so job hunting, and then okay, unable to get a job, and someone that, it does happen now. Someone when
Yeah,
you even
I
go
get.
school at all, when you get any
Yeah,
school experience, we just they do well, they live large, like they get
especially
everything.
if your parents are wealthy.
Exactly. If you had privilege, maybe you grew up having privilege, so
Mm-hmm.
that one saved you. So, but
And
some people used to judge from the angle of, okay, uh, you don't go school now, you don't graduate. Every parent expects it, okay, now after, okay, my son graduate, work now, money, then they should begin to live large. So, but it's not coming. So they will now feel like, okay, seeing people that maybe their own children are not educated and they
mm-hmm.
are doing fine, they are doing well, and their own children are, he has all the degrees, masters, anything you can talk about. So, and then it's very, very difficult for that kind of person to get a job. Maybe on the long run, after a long job hunting, the guy or the lady will now end up maybe doing some menial jobs, maybe a keke driver, or or a
Okay,
bike
so
rider or something. So where the certificate will actually be very useless. So
hmm,
in that kind of scenario now, when you ask that kind of person, that kind of person can tell you that school na scam.
school has come.
She
But
gets, because he is not actually, like, he's not even, the thing is not useful to him or to her. She gets.
so do you
So
know
what
what
do you
I
feel?
think?
Okay.
I think um first of all, when you say school is a scam, what exactly is this school that we are talking about?
Okay.
So school doesn't have to be like, okay, you're in a building, you wear uniform, you now
Okay.
say, okay, teacher is coming to come and teach you.
Okay.
A lot of people that we have today that they didn't go to school and they end up saying school and scam. I feel like one way or the other, they already have they must definitely have gone through like a school, one way or the other. It could just be like, okay, maybe your mom just called you and just like 2 + 2 is 4. You don't know that one, they don't school you with that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I get with
Just
you.
told you that, okay, 2 + 2, 4. You don't sabi that one with that. That one don't do your head. Just like that and so on. So I feel like in one way or the other, you've gone through school, you've you've known some things that you didn't know before. It's not until you go into the class or go into the school or sit down under a building and say, okay, what about people that they just took like an inheritance from their father, maybe farming. They've learned how to they've learned how
All
to
the
farm.
process and
They've learned the
everything.
process. So that's also a school. So I think that's how it should be. So it doesn't have to be like you went to school, you took certificates. I have a friend. We went to secondary school together. I think I can his name is Ismail, he's a Muslim. So while we were in school, if they say someone is not like it's not like he's not serious, but he's not all that serious.
Okay.
So he just comes to school, disturb the class. There was a
Go.
time. There was a time we were just like, I think we were just playing. So he took rub and he just put it inside my eyes, wow. And I started crying like, why would you do something like this now? So that's how stubborn the guy was. He was very, very stubborn. And last time I would hear about Ismail, I heard that Ismail he owns a barbering salon. He's, he didn't definitely didn't use what he
Actually,
went
okay,
to,
yeah, the
but he's making his
education.
money. He's a big boy now.
Of course now, of
So
course,
it's
of
not
course.
until you start working in
The
Chevron before
bank
they will say, okay,
or
yeah, you went to school.
okay.
So I think
Yeah,
that's
and then another thing from my own view, I actually feel like, when you say school, actually, you know, this education we are talking about is very, very broad. And
mhm.
then there are some things that you will never know, like on your own, except when you go out.
Go
Like,
out.
I'm even
Yes,
talking of like the four walls of
that's
the
another point
classroom
you
now.
just said. Going
So
out alone is even
so
another
you get,
school.
so there are some things that you know actually, and then there are some group, or there are some setting where you can fit in
Mm-hmm.
if you are not actually, so even if you are not working there, or you don't have let's say it's not something that is bringing you money or value per se, but there are some places that you can't be if you are not educated, because you
Educated.
can't flow, and then you can't just fit in, because even if you try to force yourself in, something will always kick you out. So it's only if you just want to stay mute, like when everybody, and when they are okay. Imagine you are okay. There was a time, like my first experience in the airport. I think that was 2012.
Mm.
So I actually accompanied one of my cousin. So on getting to the airport, so I was just there. It was my first experience. So everything was just like, everything is wowing me. I'm just like, so now, just like maybe when a village boy that you just bring from village to the city now. So everything was just so surprising. I was just like, now, as old as I was then I just saw some kids. I think maybe they are school, maybe they were going on excursion.
Okay.
So I think they want to use the flight. So it was actually a local airport. So they were there. They were just gisting. Like, I sat down with them. So the flight that my cousin was taking is not boarding yet. So we had to sit. So we came early so that we won't miss the flight. So we had to sit, then wait for the flights to board. So while waiting, so we waited together with those kids. They were plenty. So, and they were gisting like, and now normal kids talk now. Have you been to England before? Nigeria to England is about 13 hours. Nigeria to UK is about, I think, 18 hours. I was there, I was looking like, where's in the worry all this one? You understand? All those kind of. So imagine, okay, if I was actually a kid like them,
Mm-hmm.
that's my own first experience. So being in their midst now, they are sharing their experience of
Experience.
how me we never even I never even fly local. You get? I never even fly local this before. So in that kind of setting, I go just the laugh. So I just use that as a scenario. So there are some places that you will be, and if you are not educated, you cannot just fit in. So you go just you will even blame yourself, and then there are some people that you will not even be able to roll with. So
Yeah.
I still feel like in some aspects it might be true, in some aspects then it might be false when they say school na scam. So I think basically people that use that term most
School na
are
scam.
people that maybe what they are actually doing, maybe their certificate or whatever they are bringing from the school or anything is not even, they are not using it. It's not useful for them. Sure you get.
Yeah, I get.
So
So I think with what you said now, something just struck in my mind,
okay.
and that is I remember my first time in an elevator.
But that's a mad true. That's my first
I remember my first time in an
experience too.
elevator.
He mad
Yes,
go.
I have heard a lot of things about being in, but I have never been in. So, um, while I was inside, I remember my friend used to say a lot of things like, "Okay, this is what you should expect. This is what you should expect." Imagine someone that has never been to school, doesn't talk to anybody, and is just a local boy, and he now happens to be inside the elevator, like maybe for like a whole, is it called first, is it steps? How do they call it? Floors.
Okay, flaws, yes.
So while I was there, and I was conscious of what my friend said while I was inside, that okay, this is what you should feel. You might feel like this. You might feel like this. It'll be like as if your soul wants to leave your your soul wants to leave your body. That kind of thing. So okay, so I was now like, okay, the guy was just about to punch in the floor we are going to. So I'm like, okay, let me just chill and just expect what this guy told me. So I was just remembering it. Then we started. Then I felt that feeling. But I didn't shake. I didn't do like a village boy because some way, somehow I've
You
heard
have the
about it.
consciousness
Heard
of
exactly.
what is going to
I have the
happen already.
consciousness. So I can just say my friends telling me about it is like I've been to a school.
Of course now.
I've been
You are
schooled.
aware
I'm
already. You
aware
have the
of it.
awareness. Yes.
I've been schooled, and my other points. I'm trying to remember what I had in my head but it looks like it has flied away. looks like
Okay,
it has
now
flied away. I think
you
I'll
can still
remember.
remember later.
I'll
now.
remember.
So we still there. So basically, I feel like school, basically education at its like broadness is just like it has advantage. So because there's no way you would want to like feel in the society if you are not educated. Even those that don't have the privilege of education, maybe when they started their career along the line, so they will see one way or the other. They
Okay,
can
yeah,
get
no, I think
private.
I remember my
this thing.
point.
Mhm.
Now I
Okay,
remember
yeah,
my
now.
point.
But yeah, now I dey feel you.
Back in secondary school, my teacher used to say something. Was it secondary or it was primary school? I think it was primary school. Primary 5. My teacher used to say, my teacher used to tell you that, he will tell you that all of you cannot be rich. Yes, and what he
And
said
then
is actually true.
it will look like
It's actually
course,
true.
but in fact,
But that's because he said something. He gave one instance. I was still very young, but then what he said, as I grew up in life, I began to understand some certain things. He said, "Okay, if you become rich, you become rich, you become rich, you become rich. All of you become rich. Who is going to be doing shoemaker?" That was exactly what he said. Who is going to be okay? Who is going to do carpenter? Who is going to do this one? Who is going to do that one? So all of you cannot be rich. It's just individual just has to like aspire that okay, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be like this. I want to be a big person. So those ones that maybe they've tried and it didn't work for them, or they just feel like okay, this school that is still a scam. Some of them might end up becoming what that my teacher said that
of
time.
course, now. Of course.
So that's another point that came to my head.
So me, I just feel like actually now the structure and the setting of this our own what would I call it, academic experience, what we are experiencing academically in this our own part of the world.
Okay, what?
At times it's very, very discouraging. But then people still find their way around anything they want to do.
Yeah.
So there's I remember one of my friend sometimes ago. So he was giving me a scenario. He said he has a friend. So a friend of his then, like in a family of 6, that's like the father, mother, and then 4 children. So the firstborn was a graduate, like graduated well and fine. Second, a graduate. The third, a graduate. So the firstborn will be graduate. The certificate no dey useful for am. Like he's doing fine, no, actually,
fine.
but
Well, it's
in
not
another
useful
side,
for-
another side of life,
Different
different
from
like
what he
entirely. You
studied.
get. So the same thing the second, the same thing the third.
Wow.
So like they just developed a skill on their own. When after a long jump or job hunting, like the 3 of them had the same experience.
Yeah.
So after a long job hunting, so they just feel like, oh, this thing is not working. So let's just, okay, what can you do? What can you do? The one that can do catering went for catering and is doing fine. The one that can do this, so everyone just like, okay, they chose their career. So now the last born, now the parents were now forcing him that, you need to go to school, you need to be a graduate, you need to be. So the frustration was so much that the boy had to just voice out one day that, why you not able to disturb me, sef?
Abi.
See, brother, wait.
Hey, now.
Nothing. See, brother, wait. Nothing. See, auntie, wait. Nothing. So, okay, what's the assurance that even me now, if I go and come back? So definitely
At the end
me,
of the
I can
day.
actually still look for something to do outside schooling, whatever,
Yeah.
and then I can still do fine.
At the end of the day, yeah, I feel like it's just all about passion. It's just about what you want to do for yourself. I have friends that they went to school, they graduated. Some of them are producers today, music producers. Some of them are full-time pianists. So even me that I'm sitting down here, I went to school. I went to study okay, I did mechatronics engineering in my ND. Then I went to do electrical electronics engineering in my university. I came out while I was in school, while I was studying mechatronics engineering, while I was doing electrical. I had just one passion for one thing, and that was music. I just wanted to. It's not like I went to music school or I can just carry my phone like this, YouTube videos, download. I had like that time I was using one Techno M3, all those small
Small
phones.
thing. That year.
I had like over 100 videos of music, of piano, like breakdown and everything that I have to be studying. And okay, I had one piano like that. But in deep inside of me, I know that this engineering way I to do self. No be say I don't like camo. I like camo. I go like do am. But I know to like cam like that. No. But I don't too like cam compared to music. Because if you tell me to choose between engineering and piano now, I will choose piano.
And I waiting they bring money.
I will choose piano.
I waiting they bring
So
money now.
it's just I feel like it's just about passion. It's just about what you want to do for yourself.
Okay,
So-
like okay now, like personally now, how was music like added? I mean, sorry, how was education added to your career and then your maybe the music aspect that you chose and then maybe the engineering? Are you even doing anything in engineering?
Yes, so
You are.
Um,
You know,
um,
Agba, you are Babolu,
I'm under training
okay,
on
okay.
automation engineering.
Oh,
So I'm still growing in it.
okay.
But if you ask me to rate music and engineering level, the level that I am, I would rate piano like 100. Then that automation engineer, God, I don't even want to see that word automation alone self. It's dey complicated. So just that automation, if you just do like minus 0.0000
that's so a bad reach.
bro. Because
Wetin happen?
I have a friend that knows. I'll just be like, this guy, just give me your automation brain. Just take my own brain. Give me your own brain. Because it's not like I went to study automation engineering. It's just while I finished, I just feel like okay, I think this I find this thing more interesting than just normal electrical engineering and mechatronics engineering stuff. Mechatronics still has part of
Yeah, the mechanical.
yes, it has the
aspect and
mechanical, it has
everything.
the electronics and
Electrical.
the control system in it. So it can also be related to automation because you
Okay,
have
so
to just know a lot of things about
the experience that you already had in school.
yes,
Basically, that's the foundation.
exactly.
Helps
So
you
it helped
to
me to try to
at least balance up.
balance
and
up
then-
on the automation.
Wow.
But
That's
talking about the music, school has helped me in the music aspect because it has helped me to comprehend, like understand quite a lot of English or any word where you just
some
carry come like
terms
this.
and
Just
everything.
go even if I don't know them, I just enter Google, look for the word. I go see the meaning and I will understand what they are saying. So being a pianist, I find it more interesting than being an automation engineer. If I didn't study electrical electronics and maybe it was where I finished in secondary school, I stopped and I just say, okay, let me just focus on this piano. Maybe I don't go far by now.
But don't they play for like
I will-
Don Moena?
Maybe I don't go far by now. But parents, they just want you to. I remember I told my dad, I said, just carry me to music school because I don't want to do this thing. Only me. Before I finally agreed that okay, I want to be an engineer. I don't change. What do you want to become in future? I don't change occupation like 5 times. Today, have you talk say,
Bro,
I want to be a pilot. Next tomorrow, I'll go say, doctor.
I don't feel laugh.
Another one, I go say, I will just be saying different kind of things. Before
That one don't
eventually, I come say, okay, I did science class. Wetin I fit study sef? I know if you do doctor. I know like they see blood. I don't like they see blood. Okay. And make I do banking and finance. No, I don't want to do. Okay, I did science class. I don't want to do doctor. think I want to do. Make I go study biochemistry. I'm like, well, let me just join engineering, Daddy.
So
And then
even they very, very confused when
it
you want
was
to
very,
choose the
very
career.
confused when I wanted. I will not. I'm not going to lie. That's why it's good for someone to just know your
No,
purpose.
no man, growing
But
up
I just knew I could not do anything banking, and I cannot be a lawyer. I cannot go and do that because ordinary what is literature? Say go. I know the answer. I know this governmental thing. I cannot. If you ask me, I have friends that like. I think I was sharing with you earlier. I have friends that what happened in 1991. They never born them. They never born
They know
them.
everything.
But they know
that's
it.
history. Now.
That's because
that's
they
the
have
hope of
interest
history
in
now.
it.
They
They
have
want
interest
to.
in it.
But
For
me,
someone like me now, like secondary school days, I don't even know as I want even take am. I do science, I do commercial, I do art, everything. I do together. So I started as a science student actually, because I could remember then when we were in SS1. I started as a science student. But you see all those chemical formula and all those botanical waiting. The thing they bust my head. So I had to just sit down like, bro, you know go work.
you know if you work,
So I joined commercial. Funniest thing, the year I joined commercial department. I was the only boy. Every other person, they were really this. Like the unseriousness within my body. So our accounting teacher then used to be a part-time teacher. So he only comes on Thursdays. So on that Thursday happens to be our sport day. So me, I go there accounting class. All the other guys that were in science and art, they'll be on the field, they'll be playing ball. So you understand how those
used to happen to me.
You understand how those kind of level?
It used to happen to me too.
I did that for like a term. I can't feel like
listen, I want to play ball.
As in, I'll be in the class, they'll be playing ball. At times I'll even be carried away. All my focus will be on the field. And I love football. I've loved football from very, very, very tender age. Oh my God, to a time I had to just tell my principal then that I don't think I know accounts. I told my principal then I said I don't think I know accounts. I think I'm good at government history. So he advised me to go to art. I was very happy. And it was because of football actually, but nobody knew. See the day they brought me to art department. I played ball like tomorrow. And the funniest thing is that I now later I found the art department very, very, very interesting. So because I started loving literature, started loving government, especially that historic part. That historic part, I love it so much. I love it.
Still
at the end of the day,
passion.
the tertiary institution, when I got to school, I actually wanted to study law, OAU, that year. You know the way educational system in Nigeria works now. If you don't
jam, jam, go jam.
They cover for some people, so it didn't work out. I tried. So then I got the opportunity to study business administration. Baba, I jump, enter. So the account where I live because of football for secondary school. Now waiting I can't face.
I can't tell you, come back, you know they go anywhere.
He told me that the account go wait for me for one corner. You go see come back, come meet me.
Yeah, I can't be like come on.
I now later studied business administration and management. So and that's what I'm actually using now. Even the literature that was even the foundation, the arts that was the foundation, but it actually helped me in some way. So because it helped me to read and then to be able to speak well and all of that. So.
And for the fact that you've been able to understand
exactly.
It was quite easy.
Exactly. So basically, the long and short of everything, school na scam, school no be scam. It depends on your perspective about it. So, but truth be told, I don't really think school na scam.
School is not a scam.
There's nothing any knowledge that you have, apart from the four walls of the classroom. Any knowledge that you have is not a waste, because if it's not useful for you at that moment, later on it will be useful for you.
Exactly.
So that's just it. It will be useful for you because there are some things that you will know that you might not actually be using at the moment, but it will get to a stage in your life where you have to or how will I put that word now? You have to look back
Yes.
and then remember that, oh, this thing, okay, this is how it works, so this is how it works. So it will still help you. So even if you are not, if your career is out of maybe your educational line or anything,
you will still find something.
So
there will still going to be something.
So, it will even help your creativity,
exactly.
and then it will make you be innovative, and then your rate and level of thinking will be very, very broad, and it will make it so cool, and it will even make it easier for you. So even people when no go school, when they become their billionaire, they will still go back, because it's you just have to have that knowledge.
You just have to have it. You just have to.
That's just it. So school no be scam.
School is not a scam. This is the camera.
Yes.
School is not a scam.
School is not a scam. So school is not a scam. So it's an interesting one. I'm enjoying it. It can't be like saying we will not stop it. But we have to go.
Yeah, we have to.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. My G, Mr. Richard.
Yes, Mr. Tigzy.
Yeah. So he's one of my G. I love him very much. Yeah, so thank you for coming around. It's a great privilege having you in the studio.
It's an honor. It's my
We really
pleasure to be
appreciate
here.
it, and we don't take it for granted.
Thank you
so much for
Thank you for
sharing your
having me.
idea and sharing your thoughts. So, and to our viewers, thank you very much for watching. We thank you for your time. We thank you for your data, because it's not easy in this economy.
In this
with the
Tinubu
as in-
economy. Make I mention your name. In this Tinubu
Data,
economy.
I beg you.
Hey, now, it's Tinubu economy. Okay, I didn't say anything.
I
No.
beg you.
I didn't say anything. No.
I
Our
know
governor
I know
is
they there.
Buhari.
I know
Now
they there.
in this Buhari economy.
So for our viewers, we really appreciate
said
your
governor,
support.
president.
As in, we appreciate your support and your love every time. Some people have been calling me that Tigzy, waiting they happen. So, but we had some breaks. So, but we are back now, and we are back. We are
Back
fully
back.
So thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. And for those of us that have not started subscribing or that have not subscribed,
What are you waiting for?
what are you waiting for?
Keep going.
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? So kindly like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and we don't take it for granted. And don't forget, we are officially powered by iRatas NG, the best place to trade all your digital assets. And their rate is a choke. It be like a cow with a type. A choke. So thank you very much once again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Richard.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate
It's my
you.
pleasure. It's an
So
honor
all
to
right,
be
see
here.
you again next time.